Welcome. I'm John Ayers, one of the co-founders of Onyx Rail Safety Solutions. This video will demonstrate some of the capabilities of the XING Railroad Hazard Detection and Reporting System. XING won the Safety and Innovation Awards from Progressive Railroading magazine in 2023. And we were recently named the #4 global company using AI to favorably impact the railroad industry. Because it would be difficult to demonstrate all the capabilities of the XING system in this short video, we have selected a few different situations to highlight some of the features and benefits of our system when installed at grade crossings. For the purpose of these example situations, we assume that each site is equipped with XING sensors including cameras, microphones, and radar. These sensors continuously monitor the crossing and approaching tracks. In this first situation, what we will demonstrate is a gate activation failure. In this case, the crossing is equipped with gates, lights, and solid-state bells on diagonal corners of the crossing. Our system monitors the operation of the system during and between activation cycles. During an activation cycle, XING notifies the railroad's designee of any activation or deactivation failures via telephone,
This is a notification from the XING monitoring system,
email, and/or text message. Based on the railroad's preferences, XING may also capture and archive photographs of the detected failures. The XING reporting subsystem compares crossing activation cycle timing with FRA Title 49, Section 234 regulations and other railroad-specific regulations and requirements, identifies anomalies, and creates a report describing all out-of-tolerance events for each equipped crossing. Here, you can see that the southeast gate arm remained in the vertical position and has failed to activate as the train is approaching. This requires prompt attention from maintainers to repair the failed gate. So how does XING bring this failure to your immediate attention? XING detects the state of the field equipment as inactive in real time. Business rules determine that the gate is not activated as required and triggers a predefined XING scenario for an activation failure. Based on the activation failure scenario definitions, XING determines the type of responder to be notified of the failure, the identity of the responder associated with the site where the failure occurred, the manner or manners of notifications preferred by each responder, and the generation of automated emails, text messages, and/or phone calls for each responder based on their preferences. XING logs all events associated with both normal and anomalous activation cycles. Based on the customer's scenario-specific preferences, XING will archive photographs of the scenario. Based on the XING notifications, maintainers, flaggers, and/or other customer-designated responders head to the site to ensure continued safe operations and to remedy the equipment problem. The next situation is violations at crossings. Violations at grade-level crossings can be motor vehicles, people, and other objects entering the crossing when the warning lights are on. Our next situation considers the circumstance where a driver is impatient and makes the split-second decision to try and beat the train. How does XING assist in this situation? XING verifies the proper working order of any installed warning equipment each time a train traverses the crossing. XING captures and logs the times when the bells activate and deactivate, the lights activate and deactivate, and when the gates transition out of correspondence or to an active or inactive state. XING captures and logs the date and time the motor vehicle enters and exits the crossing. XING captures and logs the date and time the train enters and leaves the crossing. The XING reporting subsystem will produce reports defining the occurrences of violations and near misses based on this data. Optionally, based on the railroad's preferences, XING may capture and archive photographs of the violation. Having complete and timely information is useful to determine risk levels at various crossings, and to determine where and when to deploy enforcement resources to deter future violations. Our next situation is a truck that is stuck and unable to clear the crossing. As in the previous situations, the crossing is equipped with warning lights, gates, bells, and XING. As previously discussed, XING continuously monitors the site condition in real time during and between activation cycles. In this situation, XING detects that there is an 18-wheeler stuck at the crossing. So how does XING address this situation? XING field equipment detects vehicles, pedestrians, and other objects entering and leaving the crossing in real time. Business rules determine that the truck did not leave the crossing within a configured time interval and triggers a predefined XING scenario for a vehicle dwell. Based on the triggered vehicle dwell scenario definition, XING determines the required notifications and delivers them as described previously. In this situation, the scenario definition specifies that an email is to be sent to the Railroad's Monitoring Center. Based on the customer-specific vehicle dwell scenario definition, XING can automatically open a XING incident for this scenario. Based on the XING notification, the dispatcher issues a mandatory directive to the approaching trains.
All northbound trains must stop at milepost 14.3, and all southbound trains must stop at milepost 14.5. Account obstructed crossing unless permission is received from Flagman Barstow at this location.
XING archives photographs of the event based on the configuration of the scenario and/or by a request from an operator accessing a XING workstation. The XING system continues to monitor the site as the responders arrive and clear the obstruction. If a XING incident was opened for this scenario, authorized users may use the XING workstation to manage the incident and make manual notifications based on ongoing events at the site, monitor site activities during the incident, capture and archive photographs of the incident resolution process, document and distribute incident updates including responder arrivals and departures on site, communications among responders and stakeholders, other events, and ultimately close the incident. The XING reporting subsystem documents the activities related to this scenario in event reports and an incident report, if applicable. As we discussed in the previous examples, our system is designed to mitigate hazards under various circumstances. In some cases, however, there are completely unavoidable incidents. For example, the bells are sounding, the warning lights are flashing, the gate arms have lowered, all warning systems have operated within FRA regulations, and the railroad operated according to the rulebook. Nonetheless, a vehicle violates the warning system and collides with the train. But how does XING help when there is a non-preventable incident? XING field equipment immediately detects that a collision has occurred. XING business rules trigger a collision scenario and launch notifications as we previously described. The customer requirements for the collision scenario indicate that a XING incident is to be automatically opened in addition to the automated notifications. An authorized XING workstation user has immediate access to emergency responder identification and contact information for the responders associated with the site. Connected XING workstation users can update incident information, and the updates are automatically shared with other XING workstation users. Automatic notifications and readily available communications and contact information reduce response time for various emergency responders. Post-incident, XING provides incident reports and photographs that document the accident and the follow-on incident management activities. we have seen how XING can improve existing safety infrastructure for data collection of violations and operational concerns, maintenance issues such as failed or missing equipment, precursor hazards that left unattended can cause accidents, and unavoidable accidents that must be addressed in real time with no advanced warning. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about Onyx and our award-winning XING Railroad Hazard Detection and Reporting System. For more information, or for applications engineering assistance, please contact one of our professionals at Onyx. Onyx, safety-focused, data-driven.